Welcome to Photos of the Past. We share history's most intriguing images. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. This photograph shows German soldiers on high alert inside a trench during World War II. In the cold and harsh conditions, these soldiers have their weapons trained on the enemy, carefully watching their surroundings. The narrow and sheltered structure of the trench reflects the dangerous and uncertain nature of war. This moment highlights the soldiers' survival instinct and the constant state of vigilance brought on by the war. This photograph was taken in an Italian town during World War II. Children gathered on a tank reflect the innocence and joy of childhood, despite the destruction of war. Laughing and playing with soldiers, these children show that moments of hope can still exist even amidst the horrors of war. Captured in front of a church, this scene tells a story of life continuing even under the shadow of conflict. This photograph was taken during World War II and shows a woman observing the skies for any movement. Her determined gaze not only symbolizes vigilance, but also the strength of women serving under the harsh conditions of war. With binoculars in hand, she stands as one of the unsung heroes of the war, reminding us that women played active roles not only at home, but also on the front lines. This photograph shows a Luftwaffe anti-aircraft team during World War II. The soldiers carefully watching the sky are on high alert, ready to target enemy aircraft, operating their machine gun to defend the skies. This team represents the crucial role of air defense in the war. Faced with the harsh realities of war, these soldiers perform their duties with great seriousness and discipline. This photograph shows American soldiers advancing through the Wesel forest in Germany during World War II. These soldiers, though weary, are determined as they walk alongside a tank under the harsh conditions of war. The misty atmosphere of the forest and the muddy road reflect the harshness and uncertainty of the battlefield. This image tells the story of courage and resilience, showcasing these soldiers continuing their march even in the midst of war. This photograph shows two women servicing an aircraft during World War II. They are carefully loading the machine gun, demonstrating the crucial roles women played in the war. Even behind the front lines, their contributions were vital to the war effort. Their meticulous work was essential in ensuring the success of the missions. This photograph captures Allied soldiers in South Africa during World War II, watching a traditional dance performance by local soldiers. Dressed in vibrant attire and moving rhythmically, these soldiers are preserving their cultural identity and traditions, despite the harsh atmosphere of war. This moment showcases how different cultures enriched the war experience and how the human spirit thrived even under challenging conditions. This photograph shows a Russian soldier captured by Finnish soldiers during World War II. The prisoner, standing weary and helpless among the Finnish soldiers, reflects the human toll of war and its hardships on both sides. Even in moments of victory on the battlefield, this scene serves as a reminder of the pain and loss that war inevitably brings. This photograph brings together the leading figures of the Allied forces towards the end of World War II. At the center is Winston Churchill, flanked by generals and military leaders, all sharing a moment of lightheartedness. Though the weariness of war is also etched on their faces, this image symbolizes both the approaching victory and the unity of the Allies. This photograph shows a young soldier with the phrase, "War is hell," written on his helmet. The sparkle in his eyes reflects hope and a desire for life. Despite the harsh realities of war, the words on his helmet succinctly express the brutal nature of conflict. The face of this young soldier becomes a powerful symbol of the resilience of the human spirit, even in the midst of war. This photograph captures an exhausted German soldier taking a brief rest in a wheat field during World War II. Lying in the sidecar of a motorcycle, the soldier grabs a moment of sleep, escaping the exhausting pace of war. The tanks in the background remind us that the war is relentless, while this brief moment of rest symbolizes the heavy toll war takes on individuals and the fleeting moments of escaped soldiers find amid the ongoing conflict. This photograph shows British soldiers waiting during the Dunkirk evacuation in World War II. Sitting on a narrow passage over the sea, these soldiers carry the hope of returning home. Evident in their tense and weary expressions, this moment reflects the power of hope and solidarity, even in the chaotic environment of war. The uncertainty of the evacuation is palpable in the soldiers' eyes and posture. This photograph captures a soldier taking a brief break during World War II, drinking from a large jug. The bicycles and empty street in the background evoke the impact of war on daily life. This scene highlights the human side of a soldier, trying to savor a small moment of respite amidst the exhaustion of war. This photograph captures the loading of munitions onto a Lancaster bomber during World War II. The soldiers carefully maneuver the massive bombs into place, while the size and power of the aircraft are strikingly evident in the background. This moment highlights the destructive force of war and the human effort behind it. Ready to take to the skies, this plane stands as a symbol of both strategic importance and the inherent danger of the conflict. This photograph shows two women operating an anti-aircraft battery during World War II. They are carefully making calculations to detect and destroy enemy planes. This moment highlights the crucial roles women played on the battlefield and the significant responsibilities they took on. As the silent heroes of the war, they were tasked with defending the skies. This photograph shows British Churchill tanks advancing through muddy terrain after the Normandy invasion. These heavy armored vehicles push forward with determination, aiming to break enemy lines. Despite the brutal conditions of war, their advance stands as a symbol of both engineering excellence and the courage of the soldiers. This photograph shows a nurse welcoming German soldiers with flowers during World War II. The smile on the nurse's face and the cheerful expressions of the soldiers demonstrate that even amid the hardships of war, people can share a warm moment. This scene highlights that alongside the harsh realities of war, humanity and compassion continue to endure. This photograph captures an RAF Royal Air Force aircraft flying over Egypt during World War II. In the background, the Great Pyramid of Giza stands tall in all its glory. The majesty of the ancient world and the power of modern warfare come together in this image. This scene starkly contrasts history and technology, symbolizing the far-reaching impact of the war across vast landscapes.